Max Mayfield is one of the most emotionally honest characters in Stranger Things, and her story shows how vulnerability can become a real form of strength. At first, Max does not seem like someone who would open up easily. She is tough, sarcastic, guarded, and often distant. She protects herself by acting like she does not care too much, especially after the pain she has experienced in her family. Her stepbrother Billy's violence, anger, and eventual death leave deep emotional scars that Max carries quietly. Because of this, she learns to hide her feelings instead of sharing them. But as the story continues, especially in Season 4, Max's vulnerability becomes the very thing that keeps her alive, connects her to others, and helps her face unbearable grief. Her letters and her emotional opening up to Lucas show that being vulnerable is not weakness at all, but courage in its purest form. After Billy dies, Max's world changes in a way she cannot explain out loud. She feels guilty for hating him while he was alive and for wishing he would disappear, only for him to die trying to save her. This kind of guilt is heavy and confusing, especially for a young person. Max does not know how to talk about these feelings, so she shuts down. She pushes her friends away, especially Lucas, because being close to someone means risking more pain. She stops answering calls, avoids hangouts, and pretends she is fine when she is clearly not. Inside, though, she is breaking apart. Her silence is not strength, it is fear. She fears that if she talks about her pain, it will overwhelm her or make her feel weak. This emotional wall becomes her way of surviving, but it also isolates her. The letters Max writes are one of the most powerful signs of her vulnerability. She writes letters to the people she loves because she believes she is going to die. These letters are not dramatic or angry. They are honest, simple, and full of quiet love. Max uses the letters to say things she cannot say out loud. Writing becomes a safe space where she can finally admit how much she cares, how scared she is, and how much pain she is in. She writes because speaking feels too hard, but staying silent feels even worse. In these letters, Max allows herself to be seen fully, even if she believes she will not be around to see the reactions. That alone takes immense bravery. What makes the letters so important is not just that they are goodbye messages, but that they show Max choosing honesty over avoidance. Instead of pretending everything is okay, she finally faces the truth of her emotions. She admits her fear of dying, her guilt over Billy, and her love for her friends. This act of emotional honesty is the opposite of weakness. It requires her to sit with painful feelings and express them clearly. Many people, even adults, struggle to do this. Max does it as a teenager who has experienced more trauma than most people ever do. Her vulnerability becomes an act of resistance against the darkness she is trapped in. Max's relationship with Lucas is where vulnerability truly becomes strength. Lucas is someone who genuinely cares for her, but Max pushes him away because she believes he cannot understand her pain. She feels broken and thinks letting him in will only hurt him or make things worse. But Lucas never gives up on her. He stays close even when she distances herself. He listens without forcing her to talk, and when she finally opens up, he does not judge her. This creates a safe space where Max can slowly let her guard down. Opening up to Lucas is not easy for her. It is uncomfortable, emotional, and scary. But it is also healing. When Max finally allows herself to be emotionally open with Lucas, something important happens. She realizes that sharing pain does not make it heavier. It actually makes it lighter. Lucas does not try to fix her or rush her healing. He simply stays with her. This teaches Max that vulnerability does not mean losing control. It means allowing someone to walk with you through your pain. That realization is crucial to her survival, both emotionally and physically. When she is targeted by Vecna, her emotional isolation makes her weaker, but her connection to Lucas and the others gives her strength to fight back. The moment where Max reads her letter to Lucas, or when the contents of it are revealed, is heartbreaking because it shows how deeply she loves him and how much she fears losing everything. But it is also empowering. Max finally speaks the truth she has been holding inside. She admits that she does not know how to deal with her emotions and that she feels lost. This honesty allows Lucas to understand her pain instead of feeling shut out. Their connection becomes deeper because it is now built on truth, not avoidance. Max learns that vulnerability strengthens relationships instead of destroying them. Max's emotional openness also plays a key role in her fight against Vecna. Vecna feeds on guilt, shame, and unspoken pain. Max's silence and self-blame make her an easy target at first. But when she begins to confront her emotions instead of running from them, Vecna's power over her weakens. Music helps her escape physically, but emotional connection helps her survive mentally. Her vulnerability, especially her willingness to admit fear and pain, becomes an act of rebellion against the monster trying to control her. By opening up, she takes back power over her own mind. Another important part of Max's vulnerability is that she allows herself to be imperfect. She does not suddenly heal or become emotionally strong overnight. She still struggles, still feels numb at times, and still feels overwhelmed. But vulnerability is not about being strong all the time. It is about being honest about when you are not strong. Max shows that healing is messy and slow, and that is okay. Her story reminds viewers that strength does not mean having all the answers. It means continuing to show up, even when things hurt. Max's letters also highlight how people often express vulnerability in different ways. Not everyone can talk easily. Some people write, draw, or express themselves through art. Max's choice to write letters shows that vulnerability does not have one correct form. What matters is the willingness to communicate honestly. Her letters become emotional bridges between her and the people she loves. Even when she feels disconnected from the world, those letters prove that she still cares deeply and wants to be understood. Through Max Mayfield, Stranger Things sends a powerful message about vulnerability and mental health. Max's pain is not treated as something to quickly overcome or ignore. It is shown as real, heavy, and valid. Her journey encourages viewers to understand that opening up is not a sign of weakness, but a sign of self-respect. By sharing her fears, Max gives others the chance to support her. By holding everything inside, she only hurts herself. Her story reminds us that connection is one of the strongest defenses against darkness. In the end, Max's vulnerability is what defines her strength. Her letters, her emotional openness with Lucas, and her willingness to face her pain head-on make her one of the most human characters in the series. She shows that being brave does not always mean fighting monsters with weapons. Sometimes, it means sitting with your feelings, telling the truth, and letting someone see you at your most fragile. Max Mayfield's story teaches us that vulnerability is not something to hide from. It is something that can save us, connect us, and help us survive when everything else feels lost.